Day, my favorite ex-Bloomberg employee. Leo, great to have you here on the program. You've done well since you've left. I do, in all seriousness, I do want to kind of get your take on just the contours of conditions, because we kind of focus on these day-to-day moves in the market. And a lot of it really is about this general idea that people are just having a hard time knowing where the economy is going, where policy is going. And we had Julian Emanuel from Evercore on the program yesterday, and he said, once we do have a little bit more clarity on what those policies are, whether you like them or not, that could give the market the opening to sort of move higher. Do you buy that?
I do. It depends on which market we're talking about. I think that's really what's most important here, Romaine. Uncertainty is never something the market wants to see, and it's going to punish uncertainty every time. I do think it's interesting, the comment, hey, I wish Trump would tell us what he wants to do here. Trump not telling anybody what he wants to do is Trump, right? He is a negotiator, and he's trying to move the goalposts in favor of his agenda. And so I think there's going to be a lot of bombastic language. At the end of the day, he continues to try to navigate through and negotiate deals. I think we're probably seeing the height of uncertainty around all this. So as that starts to clarify, I think that's helpful. I think there's bigger issues. Those, I think, are very short-term issues. Things like inflation, things like too much money in the system. There's some overvaluation in the marketplace. Those are really the things that we're looking at, trying to invest capital more in the longer term. As you well know, we focus on that.
All right, we'll talk about some of those issues. And let's start with inflation, because that's been top of mind,
Sure.
Given the Fed meeting last week, and we have a big PCE report on Friday here. I know inflation expectations are elevated, significantly elevated, but we haven't actually seen actual inflation meaningfully increase from where it's been for the last few months here. Are you worried that we could actually see an uptick, a meaningful uptick?
I am worried. I think what gets missed here with this whole inflation argument, it's not about interest rates. It's not about more eggs being shipped into the U.S. It's really about money supply. And we've talked about this many times. There's a very interesting correlation between inflation and M2. And last year, at the end of the year, when inflation started to fall, and everybody got excited about several rate decreases, and the Fed was going to bring back a more dovish stance, M2 was falling. It actually fell about 5%. When inflation started to rally back, M2 was growing again. So at the end of the day, the challenge is we flooded the market with money, meaning the Fed increasing their balance sheet post-COVID. The federal government has been spending like crazy. Both of those things increase money supply. And until we fix that problem, inflation is just going to be stubborn.